Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I will be discussing the police, the war on crime, and the dangers of defunding police departments in high crime areas. Over the last 2 months, we have seen an endless amount of anti-police rhetoric. But let's take a look at who will pay for the defunding of police departments, and what I mean by pay is, how many people will lose their lives due to homicide, and the answer is simple really. Defunding the police will be at the cost of black lives. According to American News, in 2015 there were 7,039 black homicide victims, which are 2,380 more black deaths than last year, and according to Statista, in 2018 there have been 7,407 black deaths from homicide, that is 368 more black lives that shouldn't have been lost. Let's take a step back because that was a lot of statistics paired back to back. Now we know that black deaths are climbing, they have slowed down but they are still increasing. Let's take Seattle for a defund the police example. The Senate has called for 50% budget cut in the police department. Seattle's police commissioner, who is black and female, said, "The result of a funding cut like this is, overall response times will go down. Calls will be prioritized and some will be left unanswered, mass layoffs, during a time where most police officers can't afford to lose their jobs, lower pay across the board, and many officers will lose their pensions." To cut the police department's funding halfway through the year is irresponsible because if they spent their budget correctly, it means that the Seattle Police Department has already used relatively half their budget. That means that if the city council passes this budget cut, there will be no money in the budget for the rest of the year. Now let's take a look at what happens when multiple police officers cut, or are laid off on short notice. Here is some strong evidence. Just take a look at all these shootings, just because a few officers decided to not show up, in protest for George Floyd. The Black Lives Matter movement is not going to help lives, it's going to destroy them. A peaceful protest doesn't have as many deaths as the Black Lives Matter movement. For those who haven't been convinced that defunding the police is dangerous, watch this clip. Thank you all for watching.
What world are we living in? That doesn't happen. It does not happen. I am not Derek Chauvin. They are not him. He killed someone. We didn't. I just want to talk to you, the press, and I want to talk to the police officers. 375 million interactions with the public every year. 375 million interactions. Overwhelmingly positive responses. Overwhelmingly positive responses. But I read in the papers all week, we all read in the papers, that in the black community, mothers are worried about their children getting home from school without being killed by a cop. What world are we living in? That doesn't happen. It does not happen. I am not Derek Chauvin. They are not him. He killed someone. We didn't. We are restrained. And you know what? I'm saying this to all the cops here. Because you know what? Everybody's trying to shame us. The legislators, the press, everybody's trying to shame us into being embarrassed about our profession. Well, you know what? This isn't stained by someone in Minneapolis. It's still got a shine on it. And so do theirs. So do theirs. Stop treating us like animals and bugs, and start treating us with some respect. That's what we're here today to say. We've been left out of the conversation. We've been vilified. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Trying to make us embarrassed of our profession. 375 million interactions. Overwhelmingly positive. Nobody talks about all the police officers that were killed in the last week in the United States of America, and there were a number of them. We don't condone Minneapolis. We roundly reject what he did as disgusting. It's disgusting. It's not what we do. It's not what police officers do. Our legislators abandoned us. The press is vilifying us. Well, you know what, guys? I'm proud to be a cop. And I'm going to continue to be proud to be a cop until the day I retire. And that's all I have to say.